Good morning class 5. Today we are going to do the revision class of your science, the chapter nervous system which you have in the unit 2 exam. So just please open page 60. We are starting with the nervous system. See, we know that nervous system consists of brain, spinal cord and nerve. That is a very important short question, and we have in the system of in the chapter of the previous one, the organic system, the different bones and muscles, we have seen that different organs are related with each other. Now we will read about the different parts of the nervous system. First we will start with the brain. As we know that there are three different parts of the brain, and it is being protected by the skull. The three parts of the brain is the cerebrum, the cerebellum and the brain stem. The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain, and it is helping us to memorize, it is helping us to think, to speech. And as the part cerebrum is the in human being, it is the largest part of the brain. The human beings are known as the most intelligent person, and in case of other animals, as we know that they are also having cerebrum, but they are having less than human being. That is why in the world, in the earth, human beings are known as the most intelligent person. Now the cerebellum is responsible for balance work mainly. Whatever balance we are using the muscles in our body, we are movement, it is controlling our movement as well. When we are moving from one place to the other, we are using our muscles of leg. We are pulling something, we are using our biceps and triceps. We have already read all these things, and so the cerebellum is helping us to keep balance of our body, and it is helping us to move from one place to the other because it is controlling the muscle. And finally the brain stem, it is a involuntary nerve, and it is helping us to swallow and breathe. Next we will read about spinal cord. Brain we have read, we have already told that nervous system is having three different parts. One is brain, second one is spinal cord, and third is nerve. So now we will read about spinal cord. Now there is a vertebral column and the bundle of nerves connected to the brain stem. It is a bundle of nerve which is connected with the brain stem, and it goes down back and it protects the vertebra of the spine. Of your spine means we know that the vertebral column consists of 33 small bones. Next is the nerve. The nerve, we know that there are three different types of nerves. We have, one is sensory nerve, one is motor nerve, and another one is mixed nerve. Now sensory nerve is helping us, it is connected with our different body parts, different organs, and it is helping the message which is coming from different sense organ to reach the brain. See, the organs to your spinal cord and the brain carry message from the sense organs. So when you are smelling, when you are feeling something, when you are tasting something, when you are hearing something, or you are seeing something which is related with our five sense organs. So the message which is being sent to the brain, why we are smelling something, because our brain is activated, isn't it? Because the nerve which is connected with the nose to the brain is sending us, yes, that our mother is cooking something special today, delicious food. So the message which is being carried by the nose to the brain is the sensory nerve, because these all messages, these all nerves are connected to the different sense organs. Some mosquito is biting on your hand, what you will do? You will sit and enjoy? No, we will beat it, isn't it? Yes. So this, before you are doing your action, the sense of that particular part, say the nerves of that particular sense organ is sending the message to the brain, and that activity is being done by the sensory nerve. Now the motor nerve, motor means different parts, isn't it? Different parts of the body. Now motor nerves are carrying back the message to the particular motor that yes, you activate yourself. Means what? Suppose the sense organ of the sense of ear is sending you some message that yes, it's an emergency bell. So what is happening? There's a probability of earthquake. So what we will do if we are staying in a multi-storied building, what happens? We all used to get down without using lift, isn't it? So you are moving yourself immediately after getting the message through sensory nerve. You are acting back, you are reacting what? You are escaping from that particular place and you are rushing down through the staircases, not with the lift, isn't it? Because it is very risky. Yes. And the mixed nerve, they do the function of both sensory and motor. So the entire connection or connectivity is done by the sensory nerve. They carry message to in both direction. So both to sensory nerve and motor nerve, they are one way directed. Please pay attention. Sensory nerves are sending message to the brain. Motor nerve from brain in the different direction of your different sense organ, the messages is sent that what you have to do the next action what you have to take. And finally the mixed nerve, they are doing the both way process. One is going up, sending message and again bringing back. Now there is an action called reflex action of which is it's a faster action, and the movement and the action is so fast that the message do not reach up to the brain through sensory nerve. So it is being connected with the spinal cord, and the spinal cord is directing us how to react immediately. A very easy example frequently I used to give. Suppose during ironing, your mother has touched the hot iron, and what she will do? Immediately she will release the iron and she will protect herself, isn't it? So the action which is becoming very fast, and it does not take time to reach up to the brain, and it happens in your, and the reaction which you are giving, it is not done by the brain, but the direction is given by the spinal cord, and it is reaching to the particular organ, and telling you to escape. So suppose when you are getting the sensation of falling, sudden falling, what you will do? You will immediately catch someone's hand, or you will immediately hold the handle of the staircases, isn't it? So that you does not fall down. So the actions which are automatic by nature and it is happening in a fraction of a second is called reflex action. Finally, we will discuss about the different sense organ. First, we will start with the eye. Read the structure of the eye. The colored part is called iris. Light passes through pupil, lens and retina, and finally inside the retina you used to get is like a camera, and you used to get the image of it. And that image, how? Because the light of the sun or of the tube light is falling on it, and the reflection of the light is coming to the eye. The blind students, those who cannot read and write, they use braille, as we know. Next is the ear. Ear is having three parts: external, middle and inner ear. So external ear looks like a funnel, and the sound which is entering in the through the external ear, it is reaching to the middle ear, where there is a curtain or a parda type of material which starts vibrating like the vibration of tabla, isn't it? And that vibration helps the sound to go inside to the inner ear, and which is connected with the brain directly. Nose, we know two nostrils are there, and the molecules of perfume mix with the air. So when we are breathing in something, we are breathing the molecules along with the particles of the air, isn't it? And it is entering, and the nerves at the end of the nose is sending the message to the brain that yes, there is something to smell. So you smell the good food which is being cooked by mother. And finally, the tongue. Tongue is, there are four types of tastes: sweet, salt, sour and bitter. So we have taste buds on our tongue, and at the end of each taste buds there are nerve which is connected with the head, and the different taste in the different part of the tongue. We are getting different tastes, and these tastes is being sensed by different part of the tongue, and the message is being sent to the brain, and brain is telling whether it is sweet or whether it is salt or spicy, whatever it may be. So go through the chapter in detail. This is all about the details for functions of brain, parts of brain, and which is the largest part of the brain, different types of nerves, and what is brain, for short questions, what is reflex action, and how we can see and how we can hear different parts of, and what is taste bump in tongue. This is more or less you will read. Finally, the skin. Your skin covers our body and protects the inside of you. See why our body is protected. Our body is covered with muscles, we know, flesh and muscles. But if these are unprotected, what will happen? There is a high chance of getting infection. We can be infected, isn't it? So, skin helps us in protecting ourselves from dust and germs. So, when this end of the skin, there are nerves just like the other organs, and that will send message to the brain. And skin is sensitive to pain, pressure, touch, heat and cold. We all know when someone hold your hand tight, you feel. When someone pinch on you also feel pain, isn't it? So when you touch something, the message is going through the skin, isn't it? And finally, when it is a very cold, or you have you have visited a mountain area where you are feeling cold. So all the sensations, external sensations which we are getting on our body is through skin. So this is all about the chapter. Go through the objective questions from the back of the page, what is done already, and that is all. If you have any question, let me know.